Have you ever walked away from a conversation with a strange feeling in your gut? Like something just didn't feel right. Maybe their words sounded reasonable, but the tone, the look in their eyes, or the way they paused, left you uneasy. A liar doesn't just deceive with words. They manipulate you with questions. Real manipulation doesn't always come in the form of outright lies. Sometimes it's disguised as clever, emotionally charged questions, the kind that knock you off balance, make you doubt yourself, even feel guilty for asking perfectly reasonable questions. And that's the most dangerous part, the subtlety. It seeps in through trust, wears the mask of friendliness, and often shows up when you least expect it. Today, I want to show you something most people completely overlook. The kinds of questions manipulators use to twist the truth without ever telling a lie. Next time you hear those kinds of questions, listen carefully. Because they might just be a warning sign. Let's take a closer look. Now let's dive into the core issue. The kinds of questions liars often use to distract, manipulate, and control your emotions. First, the seemingly innocent question, "You don't trust me." It may sound like mere disappointment, but it's actually a psychological tactic. It doesn't answer your question, instead, it puts you on the defensive. It makes you feel unreasonable, even guilty for doubting them. But you know what? Honest people explain, they don't demand blind trust. Second, who told you that? This isn't about clarifying the issue, it's about tracing the source. They want to know who's exposing the truth, so they can shut it down, silence it, or strike back. If someone is truly innocent, they'll focus on the message, not the messenger. Next comes a classic tactic, "Why would I do that?" They don't deny it, nor confirm it, they just force you to justify your suspicion. And if you can't make a strong case, you start to question yourself. This is no longer a conversation. Seeking truth, it's a psychological tug-of-war. Then comes the emotionally manipulative. 1. What kind of person do you think I am? It strikes at your compassion. It makes you feel awful for even doubting them. But in reality, it's a way to shift attention from the real issue and turn the spotlight back on your own conscience. Finally, a question often heard in toxic relationships. Don't you see everything I've done for you? This is how they use the good from the past to justify the shady present, a form of manipulation through gratitude. But kindness is not a shield for deception. The truth should never be hidden behind fond memories. All of these questions may sound ordinary at first, but when asked at the wrong place, at just the right moment, they become psychological weapons. The important thing is this: don't rush to believe. And don't rush to react. Observe. Because sometimes, it's the question, not the answer, where the truth is revealed. Not everyone who asks these questions is lying. But if you notice them repeating at the right time, targeting the right weakness in unclear situations, then it's no longer a coincidence. It's a tactic. A deliberate psychological game. Because the truth, even when painful, doesn't need disguise. Lies, on the other hand, always come coated in polish, promises, guilt trips, misused gratitude. They leave you confused and slowly stop you from asking questions. But you know what? You have the right to be skeptical. You have the right to hold your ground. And sometimes, you need to stay silent and observe, rather than react too quickly. This world isn't short on charm or manipulation. What you need isn't extreme suspicion, but conscious awareness. To see what's real, and what's just a cleverly crafted version of reality. Keeping that awareness, that's how you protect your peace. If what you heard today made you think more deeply, or simply helped you see a situation more clearly, then I believe this video served its purpose. And if you want to continue the journey of understanding people, others, and yourself, hit subscribe, because each week, I'll be back with slower, but more honest reflections. You can also share this video with someone who might need it. Because sometimes, the right words at the right time can wake someone up from a blurry relationship. Thank you for listening, not just with your ears, but with your full attention.